Om. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to today's session of Yoga Vashishta. I am conducting these sessions so that I can learn. I am a student. I am not a Pandita. I am not a Jnani. I am not a Guru. I am studying myself. I am studying a book. 2-3 books I am studying on Yoga Vasishta. One of the books is published by Ramakrishna Mai. It's in Telugu. I am making some notes and I am talking about it in this session. This is purely for my personal understanding and my learning. If this notes helps you, please make use of it. If there are any mistakes in my understanding, I beg your pardon. So Vashishta is telling Sri Rama that it is effort, Purushakara, Paurusha. The effort one has to put, and there is nothing called Adrushta. There is nothing called Adrushta. As per however much effort you have put in the past lives or past in your past, that will bear fruit in Praktana Karma. And in this life, currently you can put more effort to offset any negative karma phala coming from the Praktana Karma. So he's further giving arguments. He's saying, Sage Vashishta is saying, it is the Purushakara, the effort of a person that bears fruit. This, everybody, it is there in everybody's experience. A person moves from one place to another place by walking. It is through Purushakara, it's effort. Those who are hungry, they have to eat food. There is an effort involved. Without eating, your hunger will not be appeased. Similarly, if you don't speak, how can you talk about what is there in your mind? Therefore, it is the Purusha, the Purushakara, that is bearing fruit. There is no doubt about it. So, courageous people, they put lot of effort to achieve something. If you say, this is our fate, only our fate determines my life, this is what is there in my fate. And if you sit idle, it's a defeatist attitude. Oh Rama, I'm declaring again and again, whatever a person makes effort, the results will be as per that effort. If you sit idle, don't do anything, nothing, you are not going to get any results. For good effort, good result. For bad effort, bad result. Therefore, you also do good karma. And whatever the results are coming, people are turning it as daiva. In somebody is giving me this result, adrushta, fate, but there is no unseen force which gives results arbitrarily. It is your own effort in the past that bears fruit. Man is born in this world. In this world, he dies. He grows up, youth, childhood, youth, old age, middle age, all this happening in front of our eyes. Similarly, like that, it is all visible to us. But fate is not visible to us. Therefore, there is nothing called adrushta or fate or destiny. Great beings, they put great efforts, spiritual practices they do. That is called Paurusha. Even if it is not spiritual, even in secular world also, it is Paurusha only that bears fruit. Your own effort that bears fruit. Hands move, legs move, you move things from here to here. All these are happening by your effort. It's not by some unseen force. If you put great effort, great things can happen. If you put little effort, little things can happen. Therefore, as per your aims and ambitions, keep your aims and ambitions high. Try for Atmajnana, Sat, read, understand true scriptures, right scriptures. Spend time with sadhus and satpurushas. Use your intellect, your brain power, put effort, and a holistic, complete understanding, right understanding, you have to develop. Right understanding on life, you have to develop. Because of the ignorance, the ajnana, the ignorance each person has, because of the ignorance, the people say, this belongs to me, that doesn't belong to me. Mamakara is being developed. I, me, mine feeling is getting developed because of ignorance. Whatever efforts a person makes to remove this ignorance and remove all kinds of duality and differences and egoistic sense, whatever is spent effort to remove this and provide a lasting eternal peace, that effort is called Parama Purushartha by wise people, Tattvajnas, those who know the Tattva. They call it Parama Purushartha. Therefore, The people who are in bondage in the samsara, they should seek refuge at the feet of the saints, sadhus, satpurushas, and spend time in satsanga and learn good scriptures and learn Atma Jnana. All these things one should practice from an early age. Early in their life, they should take to this. One should uplift oneself through effort. One should uplift spiritually oneself and uplift others also. O Rama, don't be under the delusion that everything is happening because of fate. Whatever is happening, whatever results are coming, underlying that, behind that, there is an effort involved. Vishnu Bhagavan does so many actions to protect the world. He is not dependent on fate. He does it on his own glory and own power. He is not dependent on fate and destiny. Therefore, you also depend on your effort. Don't waste time. With this, 7th chapter is completed. We'll read 8th chapter. In the 8th chapter, Sage Vashishta is talking about a person who is lazy, who doesn't put effort. What happens to that person? What is the end state of that person? He's going to talk about that. People don't put enough effort and they say some daiva is doing this. It is not right. Now a question may arise. I have put some effort in the previous time. It can be this lifetime or previous lifetimes. And they start giving results, those efforts. Are we in the control of the praptana karma? Are we in the control of our previous efforts? And are we really free? Is the question. I'll give you an example. Let us say a person has offended somebody through his action. So there is a rivalry, enmity between them. This person who has offended can ask for forgiveness, speak kindly to them, pleasing to them, and ask for them forgiveness and serve them, help them, and try to get their forgiveness. Therefore, by the good karma in the current, in the now, one can overcome the bad done in the past. Whoever I have that person has offended, he can pacify those persons and help them try to do remedy, rectify the situation. Similarly, Prarthana karma, we have done something in the past. It bears fruit, but by the effort now, right effort if you put now, we can overcome Prarthana karma. Therefore, by doing good deeds, one can overcome Prarthana karma. Therefore, O Rama, you always engage in good karma. Some ignorant fools say, we don't know anything. It is Daivam, God, who has to make us do good things or bad things. Whatever we do is in the hands of God, and God is running us. What can we do? And they take refuge behind this argument and they spend their time, but they don't put effort in the right direction. Tell them that through the power of God, the fire will not burn me, and ask them to jump in fire. Therefore, one should think that I did not do enough spiritual practices. Therefore, I didn't get wisdom, Atmajnana. They should not say, God has not given me Atmajnana. That is incorrect argument. For argument's sake, if you say it is Daivam, God, who determines everything, God is the Karta, doer, God is the all doer. There is no doership for anyone. Then why should we put any effort at all? Where is the place for Purusha Prayatna? In that case, what is the difference between a human being and a puppet and a machine? If God is doing everything, what is the use of the good karma prescribed by Vedas, like dana, tapas, japa, tapa? Why are the scriptures telling you to do them? If everything is determined by God, what is the point of Shastras telling us to do tapas, swadhyaya, japa, tapa? Why are the Shastras are prescribing these actions? If everything is predetermined and God is the determining all these things, is giving, then why should we discuss now? What is the use? We can stop this inquiry and discourses, spiritual discourses, and we leave everything and sit idle. Let us ask God to do everything, and we will not move and we will sit idle. Therefore, those who say that God is determining everything and we are only puppets, this we should not talk to them. In this world, everybody are doing something or the other, except a dead body. A corpse does not do anything. Therefore, through effort only, result will come. A person has to determine, are my efforts in the right direction, following the scriptures or not? He has to establish that. Therefore, through effort, result will come. This is the Karma Siddhanta, philosophy of karma. Therefore, O Ramachandra, understand that effort only gives the result. I have a question. An invisible Daiva or God who has no form and a human being who has a form. How is this being controlled by Daiva? What is the relationship between these three? Therefore, you cannot say God determines everything, but you also have to put effort. You cannot say these two sentences. Either you say God is doing everything and you keep quiet and keep still and don't do anything, or you say I am doing. You cannot say God is the doer, God is making me do, and I am moving my hands. This is not right. Let us say, if you say Daivam is there somewhere else, that is controlling us, then whatever buddhi we have, the intellect we have, and the Daivam, are they same or different? This is a question. Because such a question arises in the buddhi. If we say, as per God's, because we act as per the instruction given by the buddhi. People act in this world as determined by their buddhi. If you say God's will is manifesting through buddhi, then God and buddhi are same. Therefore, buddhi, intellect, and God, there is no difference. Therefore, we take buddhi as God. Why call it God separately? Because we get a thought in the mind, in the buddhi, in the intellect, and we act. So the inspiration, as far as we know, comes from buddhi, not from some, not from anywhere. What we know is that a thought is put in our buddhi. So buddhi controls the body, intellect controls the body. Therefore, we say we take refuge in the intellect and try to be, have sat buddhi, good buddhi, good intellect, proper intellect, right understanding. If you say God is different and buddhi is different, then you have to explain two different things. What is the relation and how those two are working together. An indefinable Daivam, how is it controlling the buddhis of the people? What will it gain? What will the Daivam gain by this? We don't get answer for this question. Therefore, we should not say, we should not depend on an unseen, unknown God. If you put an argument that there are two people who are putting an effort equal in their brain power, buddhi, but one gets something and another doesn't get something. Therefore, it is the Daivam which is determining the result. If you say so, we would say the effort of one person is more than the effort of the other person. That is what is happening. If you say, put an argument that the thought that is put in my buddhi, in my intellect, is an inspiration coming from God. If you say, therefore, if you say like that, we say thought is generated in the buddhi. It is the work of the buddhi. Therefore, buddhi is the one which is doing the things. You can argue like that. There is no form. We have completed 8th chapter. We are reading 9th chapter. There is no form to space. But this body has a form. Therefore, body cannot touch space. Similarly, God who has no form and human beings who have form, a meeting point between these two is impossible. Between two objects which has form, there is a possibility of meeting. Therefore, it is not at all possible for a human being who has a form to meet a God who has no form. Therefore, we can say there is no such thing called Daiva. If you say whatever is happening in this world is happening controlled, determined, and doing by God, then let everyone lie down and sleep. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to learn skills, nothing. They don't have to take any precautions or nothing. They just lie down and sleep. Will the God come down and do all these things? Somebody says, Adrushta, the unseen force is making me do all these things. They are only pacifying themselves. In this world, whoever has attained a great thing have attained by their purushakara, by their effort. Therefore, great people's history, stories, we are reading for inspiration because they put great effort to achieve something. Instead of that, we can write in all the books of the history that everything is done by God. We could have write one line in all history books. Rama, you have learnt history of many great warriors, great people, great scholars, great saints. How did they achieve what they achieved? They put effort. Did they wait for God to do something? If those who propose the principle of God, Daivam, if they say about a person as a immortal being determined by God, and they remove the head of that person, after that, if that person is alive, then I will agree that there is something called God. If you take astrologers, if an astrologer predicts a person that he will become a scholar, can he become a scholar without studying in a school? Not possible. Therefore, without effort, nothing can happen. O Rama, in this palace, in this assembly, you look at the Maharshi Vishwamitra. He was a king, but today, through his own efforts, he became a Brahmarshi, a great saint, sage. And he is praised by all the three lokas as a benefactor. How did he achieve this? He achieved it by his own effort, by his tapasya. Vishwamitra set aside fate and destiny, and he made his own destiny by his own effort. He did not wait for Adrushta. Myself also, through my own effort, I attained a place in the Saptarshi Mandala, the place of great seven sages. People call me Maharshi, not because of some luck, because of my tapasya, austerities, I attained this position. The demons, through their own effort, have fought with the angels and they drove them away from the heaven, and they ruled the heaven because of their effort. And angels also, through their own effort, they fought back and drove the demons away from the heaven. You look at a container made of bamboo. You are able to put water in that. Is it because of adrushta, luck, or by the skill of the person who made that bamboo basket? Everything happens because of effort by somebody. Look at the worldly affairs, looking after a household, winning over a kingdom, angry people, controlled people, people who can control others. All these things are happening because of a effort, not because of luck. Therefore, you also take the refuge of your own effort, especially in the spiritual efforts to uplift oneself. With this, we end this chapter.